Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today's super fun, super hot. It might be winter where you're at, but in Denver it's hot. Today we're talking about why Denver is literally the hottest market in the country.
All right, guys, Will is not exaggerating. There was a recent report released this week.
He doesn't have to say that. I've never exaggerated. When I tell you guys the average mile per hour on the highway during rush hour is 42 or 47 miles an hour.
That's right.
And it's too good to believe. Like, no, it's literally that. We never exaggerate. I might be a little exaggeratory with my body language, but I'm not exaggerating. We are literally the hottest market.
That's right. That's right.
In the country. But we'll explain what we talk
and
about.
Not just our opinion is what I should have said. Hey, this isn't just our opinion. There was a survey that was done from US News this week that was just released literally a couple days ago that said Denver is the #1 hottest market in the country right now. And guys, may come as a surprise to you, may not come as a surprise to you, but what were a couple of things that this study was based off of? Well, a big portion of it was supply and demand. Once people get to Colorado, they're staying put. They're not wanting to move, which means we've got limited inventory. And then you still, as you guys know, have a lot of people that are moving here, both within the state and from out of state. So we have limited supply. And in addition to that, we have high demand. Now, to go one step further, to get in a little bit of the data without boring you guys too much, we have an extremely low balance. We have an extremely low amount of foreclosures because Colorado has been holding its inventory. Okay, little baby's going night-night here. And then on top of that, we have a very, very low amount of rental vacancies.
Correct. And just to be clear, when it comes to like inventory, when we talk about having low inventory, we have low but consistent inventory. As in average markets here in Colorado, even when we had a ton of inventory, it was like 6 weeks of inventory. The way that we measure that, if no new homes come on the market, then if it's a 6-week market, right? If no new homes come on the market, then within 6 weeks, every home would be sold. That's what they call, hey, it's still a very seller's market is what someone would call that. Colorado's always been a seller's market since we've been around, guys. It's just a popular area. There's a lot going on. When we get to lower inventory, that means we have about 3 weeks, 4 weeks of inventory, as in if no new home came on the market, then we have about 4 weeks. But we consistently stay around that. So we've never ran out of homes. There's always homes coming for sale. It just means you have to be a little bit more diligent and proactive when it comes to seeing them, deciding on the areas that are really a priority for you. And then once we've decided those areas, really being proactive and diligent about the ones we want to see and then going after what we love, right? Also in conjunction with that, we're not even close to being incorporated, right? We've got
like
so
fully
much
developed.
Correct. Like we've got so much unincorporated space in Colorado. We've talked about that in a lot of videos. It's not only one of the hottest spots, but it's still got plenty of room to grow. You guys go places like, you know, in Dallas, you guys go places, Florida, like they just really start getting packed because you've got 5 times the amount of people in Florida, which is half the size of Colorado.
Yep.
There's just some perspective that we have to put together totally, but there's just a lot of great things about it. There's still inventory for you guys. There's still plenty of growth that's gonna be happening in Colorado. So you're not necessarily too late or missed the boat or something like that when it comes to Colorado. Matter of fact, I think this is probably still young in its infancy with how it's growing, and there's still plenty of opportunity and excitement as far as Colorado's concerned. And hey guys, while you're here, just a reminder, we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, and just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you get those real estate needs. So that number that's popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to. But with that being said, let's get into the next point.
That's right. Now, another big factor is how low our unemployment is, you know, and when you just look at the big picture, as far as what I just mentioned about mortgages and lack of foreclosures, lack of rental vacancies, and then how low our unemployment rate is, it really just paints the picture of how good our economy is. And it's one of those things, guys, that especially when interest rates start going up like they have, people really start looking at economic factors like the ones that I just mentioned, which is one of the driving factors for people coming to Colorado. And then when you look at some of the other factors, when you're looking at projections that they are making, the people that did this survey are making, as far as where Denver's housing market is going, just in the past couple years, we've only dropped about 1.2%, whereas a lot of other places have dropped 10, 15, even 20% in value. Colorado's pretty much maintained its value throughout the interest rate hikes that we've seen in the past 2 years.
100%, and as those interest rates start to decrease, homes prices start to increase a little bit to marry back up with where where they were, and then that 1% drop that we had goes right away and it goes back into an ROI positive with the increase, right? So there's just ebb and flow when you guys are watching the market and things to be careful of, but there's also a big picture of the market, like these small, bumps in the road per se, like you just gotta look at the big picture. And if you guys are gonna be here for a long time, which a lot of folks are, and you're looking at the totality of your purchase when it comes to your 3, 5, 10, 15, 20-year stays and what that does for you as far as a homeowner.
That's right. Now, in addition to that, speaking of interest rates, you've got to take into account Denver's affordability factor. And we just did an updated 2024 cost of living video a couple of weeks ago that was pretty in-depth. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out right now or after this video.
So bossy. I'm sure he'll put the link in the text below somewhere.
I will do that as well. But then, guys, Colorado, as interest rates are going up, people really start looking at how much that affects their overall affordability. And if they were looking at maybe moving within the state of California, and they're looking at getting rid of their 2% interest rate and getting the 6.5% or 7% interest rate, the big jump that you're going to see there, they're looking at places like Colorado, and they're like, man, we go to Colorado and we're paying 30% less.
You just get a lot of stuff outdoor here, right? Like when folks are moving from places like California, other places that just have a lot going on or a lot of just things to do. Colorado is one of those areas that bang for buck, you're getting a lot more, but you still have so many things to do every single season. We've talked about a lot of that stuff when it comes to things to do here in Denver, from the mountains, whether it's mountain biking and hiking or camping or snowboarding and skiing or lodging up in the mountains. It's all the recreation stuff in downtown Denver. It's our Taste of Colorado stuff that you guys can do food-wise. It's the art festivals. It's the zoo. It's all of our major sports. Anything and everything you guys think of, we pretty much house everything that large states have. And no, you don't have the ocean, but you do have the Rocky Mountains and a lot of stuff there. You've even got like this train that goes through all the Rocky Mountains now with like the glass ceiling and all you can eat food. Just a lot of really cool stuff that you guys can experience, and you're getting so much more for your dollar.
All right, now one of the final draws that we see just to round off how awesome Colorado is and why it all factored into being the hottest market in the country right now is our education system. And I'm not just talking about elementary schools and things like that, which are huge, but I'm talking about a collegiate level from CU Boulder and Colorado State University all the way down to preschools and elementary.
Colorado State University, phenomenal. CU Boulder with what Deion Sanders is doing there, which is great. It's bringing a lot of attention to that school. But CU Boulder's business program is amazing. Competitive high schools, Cherry Creek, Boulder County, Douglas County, all the way down to elementary schools, middle schools. And just a side note, maybe I had a 1.9 GPA.
1.9, you'd have a 1.
But listen, in the state of Colorado, that's like a...
Weren't you a mathlete or something like that?
That's like a 4.2 in any other
No,
state.
he was like a mathlete or something, weren't you? Ooh,
Yeah.
Will skeletons in the closet. Will skeletons are just like positive things. That's what it is.
Either way, guys, they just, even if you don't have kids, even if that's not your thing, having great school districts,
Yes.
what you got to understand for your resaleability, right, is folks that might be buying your home one day, maybe they do have kids or they want kids and those things are important to them. So even if they're not important to you, it's nice that we have these things here in Colorado and the resale availability that you guys have. So whether it's for you or not, it is for you if you're a homeowner.
And honorable mention, the rest of the states on the list, out of the top 20, Denver was number 1, but then you had Fort Collins, Greeley, and Colorado Springs all on the top 20 list of these hottest markets in the country right now.
And when you guys are looking at the news or national website or Google, they're going to be talking about Florida, they're going to be talking about Texas, they're going to be talking about people leaving California. These are like the big states, the big conversations. What they're not talking about is the reality of which one's quietly becoming the most competitive and the most sought after. And hey, but again, that's good for you guys because we're still extremely unincorporated. There's plenty of space, but you're still in a great time where you guys can make that decision.
That's right.
All right, finally to cap it, we're gonna talk about access to neighboring states. So, Denver International Airport, it's international. You can fly to Ireland from Denver. And if you can fly to Ireland direct from Denver, you can fly anywhere in the country that you guys want. We're not quite in the center of the country, but somewhat close. But guys, whether it's the West Coast, whether it's Vegas, whether it's Mexico, whether it's the East Coast, you can pretty much get anywhere that you guys want pretty conveniently. And there's not many places that just don't have direct flights, right? And like another direct flight that you guys are gonna have is a direct flight with this number popping right back up below, reminding you that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And yes, just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more help with those real estate needs. So that number that's still there, we are the guys trying to phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to.
That's right, that's
That
right.
being said,
why not call the #1 relocation team for the #1 market in the country right now.
And hey, listen, we love you guys. We appreciate everything you guys have done for us. We appreciate the culture and the family. We've got private Facebook groups and client appreciation events that are solely for everybody that's just strictly off of YouTube and helping you guys be introduced to more families and more friends. Since you're being new to Denver, there's some other folks that are new to the Denver area that you guys get to meet. It's been a lot of fun. We've shared,
been a blast.
We've shared birth of our kids on here.
We've been here a while.
My mom passed while we were on here. We got to share that. Got a lot of love on Instagram for that. So we're going long-winded. You're not here for this. However, just know that we love and appreciate all of you, and if there's something we can do,
that's right.
We would love to. That being said, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys very soon.
See you guys.